How you doing, Reach family? Brian here, and it felt like a great time just for a big picture church update. So matters of venue, matters of leadership, and then just vision. What are we going to focus on in the fall? All of that is coming at you in these next few minutes. So get your ears and your minds ready for that. First thing I just want to say, here's your first update. We still really miss you. We really want to get back together. We are eager for the time that we get to gather all together in one space and worship Jesus together and connect with one another. My goodness, we long for that. And so please also let me eliminate any mystery. Reach is not aiming to be an exclusively online church. We are going to be a church that gathers together face to face from all across the region, that is committed to the gospel of Jesus and to one another and to the cities that we live in. That is our trajectory, and we're going to do everything we can to get there. So that is one thing that I want you to know. I also just want you to know that if this is a difficult season, we are so eager to be here for you. That is still true. COVID-19 is still crazy. Social unrest is still unpredictable and just heartbreaking. And now we have this literal, visible smoke descending upon our city. It's too much. It's way too much. And if the smoke itself is affecting you, we're so sorry. We're here to help you practically. If you've got asthma or a pre-existing condition that is keeping you or people you love from being able to get groceries or run errands, we are here to help you. So jump on getinvolved.cc. Let us know what your needs are. We want to help. If you have loved ones, maybe down in California or parts of Oregon or Eastern Washington where the fires are more directly affecting people, if we can help them, let us know. But our hearts are with you because we know your hearts are with them. But it would be so much better to have this conversation face to face. We're going to do everything we can to make that happen again. And so just so you know, there have been a flurry of conversations trying to figure out what will be Reach's next permanent home. There's been several possibilities that have come and gone. There's nothing definitive to tell you right now, but I can tell you this. There are some very promising, still sensitive conversations that would have big implications for Reach in a wonderful way. So we need your prayers now, more than even before. Prayers for wisdom, prayers for favor. We will tell you everything we can as soon as there's something definitive to let you know. But just know that those conversations are happening and we are fighting as hard as we can to figure out where will that venue be that will be home for us for this next season. What we're also fighting for is just for the opportunity to continue being the church and reaching the city in this phase, in this moment right now. How do we make disciples? How do we still live on mission? How do we love our city well? We need to have answers to those questions. And big part of that in this season is to maximize this space. Reach's headquarters is really close to downtown Redmond, kind of near the border of Redmond and Kirkland. It's actually 7,000 square feet. It's incredibly flexible. It's been a wonderful HQ for us. And our team really wants to leverage it as best we can in this coming season until we figure out where that next forever home might be. And so that is going to look like group leaders being invited to come have lunch in a safe environment. That is going to look like those of you who have never had a chance to connect at Reach, who are newer in the last 6 or 7 months, to come meet staff and meet other people here. We're going to have a class here. We're going to have a class or two. And the foremost opportunity you have for connection is here as well. On Wednesday nights, every Wednesday, you have the opportunity to RSVP at getinvolved.cc and come worship with other people. Sometimes that's through prayer, sometimes that's through song, but you get to be there for the recording of a sermon and then perhaps do some Q&A right after that sermon and just connect with people. It's been really, really vibrant and awesome. Our team has just figured out how to orient this space to get as many people in there as possible. So lean into that, and you can do that with your household. Your household can sit together. Even with the social distancing. So whether that's your spouse, your roommate, your kids, they're all welcome. There's no kids care, there's no kids room or anything like that. But if your kiddos will be good with a coloring book or even a tablet and some headphones, you're welcome to bring them around as well. We would love to see you on a Wednesday night. Please come do that with us. So that will be a focal point moving forward. Also, leadership. A whole lot of effort these last few months have gone into leadership, identifying and empowering new leaders in the life of our church, specifically around lay elder candidates. And I'm really excited to kind of leak these names. David Jung, Kent Walter, and Mike O'Neill, incredibly faithful leaders in the life of the church, have agreed to step into this process immediately. And so they and their wives are going to be doing some theological and cultural training with us and some practical training over these next couple months, believing that some of these men will be installed as elders as early as January. And so really excited about that. That's an answer to prayer. Our partnership with Western Seminary, especially with Gary Brashears, who is an elder here at Reach and a professor at Western, has been incredibly beneficial as we've put together this training program that we think is going to serve Reach for a really long time. And some of you might actually go through that leadership cohort program in the near future, which would be amazing. But really exciting things are happening there as a result of God's goodness and a whole lot of hard work these last few weeks and months. So be aware of that, progress being made, and that's really important. Lastly, I just want you to know a glimpse of where we're going, just in terms of what we'll focus on in our Sunday times and in our discipleship environments this fall. We just finished studying John 15 in our long study of the Gospel of John, and it was this call to abide, to remain in Jesus. And we just felt like we're not supposed to plow into chapter 16. We're supposed to hang out here because in this moment, in this COVID-19 moment, in this political division moment, in this anxiety and depression moment, staying connected to the vine who is Jesus is really all that matters. Staying connected to the vine, staying connected to each other. And so we're going to focus on what does it mean to be a church that abides, a church that remains. A church that remains in Jesus, and a church that remains after the hardship. That is vibrant and present and thriving after the hardship, after the storm. And so we're going to talk a lot about spiritual practices of a disciple, and how do you do that? How do you commit to those things personally and in community? And we're going to focus on those things quite a bit this fall, and it's going to be powerful. It's going to be practical and powerful. It's going to serve you and the people that you love really well. So anticipate that. The resources, the sermons, and other aspects will be rolling out this next week. So prepare your hearts for that. And lastly, guys, this is just a call to prayer. Pray for wisdom. Pray for favor in these conversations about venue. Pray for these new leaders and their spouses and their families as they step into a time of intense training. Pray for newer people in the life of our church, that they will get connected in a time where connection can be challenging. Pray for our cities, that there will be more and more opportunity to meet tangible needs and to answer questions that people are asking with the answer of Jesus and his gospel. Let's be a praying people all the more. Expect more of these updates in the days, the weeks, and the months to come. And as always, we are incredibly available to you in a season like this one and the seasons after. Everything you need from what I just talked to is at getinvolved.cc. You can RSVP, you can meet needs, you can ask for help. But we love you. We cannot wait to see you in person again soon. And until then, be the church and reach the city.